Okay, this is just something that I saw in the bee yard and brings up a memory. This happens to me all the time in the bee yards because they're just people that I know that did things or just anyways, I'll show you in the video a little bit. Okay, this box here, you see how it has no handle on the side, but it has a handle on the front. But it's a different type of handle. It's like oval, and the color of it also tells me about this box. Okay, and I can identify this box, and I can identify this other one over here. Crappier lid and everything, but no handle on the side. Oval handle, and the frames, they come right even with the top of the box. Anyways, those boxes were made by my Uncle Willis farrier. For my uncle, I believe it was for my Uncle Robert Ireland. If not, it was for my Uncle Willie Ireland. But I believe it was for Uncle... Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I think it was for maybe Uncle Robert. So Uncle Willie is from one side of the family, which is the farrier side, and Uncle Robert is from the Ireland side. My mother's maiden name is Ireland. A lot of the beekeepers came from the Ireland side, although the farrier side, some people kept bees there too. I believe my grandfather had bees and my dad had bees. But anyways, that's just a memory in the bee yard that I have. One of the things that goes through my mind as I do these things. I've just added a honey super to this one. It's late in the season, but boy, they're pushing that box. So I gave him another box. This is a totally different yard than the other ones that I've found really dry. This was one of those 5-frame splits that I put down. 5 frames of cap brood, and then I add a queen. This is one of those, and they've pulled the 5 frames on either side. This hasn't been here very long. But they got her pulled out and they're starting to fill full of honey. So what I did was I added a few other frames to the bottom, and I just pulled these ones up that they have started to pull. Hard to see it, but they're starting to pull. And I don't know if you can see the shininess in there or not, but they're putting nectar in there. There's no eggs in any of them or anything, so I just pulled them up top. I put a few older frames down in the bottom that are pulled for them to work with. What else can I see here? These ones here. This box here. That's from when I started. That box is probably 13 years old. Somewhere in there. When I started, I was a carpenter, so I just made my own boxes, right? So I ordered a skid of lumber and just made my own boxes. I don't know, I probably made around 1,000 of them if you counted them. But that one there is a lighter green than this one here. This one was also made by me. I need to trim these girls apparently. This one was also made by me, but it's got a darker colored green on it. These were one of the first boxes I had because I drilled holes in here so that they had extra way to get in and out. I quit doing that. I did that for the first bunch. Anyway, so they're in that back row. There's that one, that one, that one, that one. They're all ones that I made. Then over here, there's one there. So anyway, just some of the memories that get in here. Once in a while I'll get into a medium honey super. There's a few in this yard. None of them are my grandmother's though, but I'll get in them and right here in the corner there'll be an AI, which is Mary Adeline. No, her name was Mary Adeline Ireland. So, but her initials are AI. Maybe I got her name totally backwards. Maybe her name's Adeline instead of Mary. But anyway, I always knew her as Granny I. So she's in my bee yard as well as great grandfather's boxes. So just little things. When you're in it for a few years, you start collecting these memories, seeing things that are familiar to you. Some boxes, like I know the story behind boxes, for Pete's sake. These boxes were I also made these ones. These were ones that I painted white for my honey supers. And I made this here frame rest too low. I made it 7/8 deep. And the reason for that was there were frame rests that I used to put on, so I quit using them, so I had to go back and add this little wee piece of material in here just to hold the frame up higher so it wouldn't sit down on the box below it. But that frame rest was an angled frame rest, and it would put it up that high. But once I quit using them, I just mainly I didn't have time for them, so everything's just running on wood now. There's another one here. That's another one of the ones I made here. This one here, this box here, the way it's nailed and everything, that came from Watford. I bought bees from a guy in Watford for years. His name was Joe. Anyway, Joe Roundbouts. I bought bees from him. One year I bought 100 hives from him. Other years I would go down and pick up like 20, 30. I think the first time I ever bought from him,